What if the moment you'd been preparing for your entire career suddenly fell apart, right in front of millions of viewers? That's exactly the predicament Carrie Underwood found herself in during a recent inauguration performance that was meant to showcase her flawless vocals. With the world watching, a shocking technical glitch threatened to overshadow everything she'd rehearsed for. Yet, in a single, electrifying moment, Carrie turned potential disaster into a triumph that would set social media ablaze. And as if the story wasn't surprising enough, Hollywood's own Mel Gibson decided to weigh in, sparking a whole new layer of intrigue. This unexpected twist has everyone talking. Why would a movie star known for controversial headlines send a message of support to a country singer in the midst of a very public mishap? Was there more to this than just a polite pat on the back? As the dust settles, theories are swirling about backstage sabotage, political motives, and the true power of raw talent when everything else fails. One thing's for sure, what began as a near disaster has evolved into a headline-grabbing event that no one can stop dissecting. Now, let's explore how Carrie Underwood's unbelievable poise, a sudden burst of acapella magic, and an unlikely endorsement from Mel Gibson turned one glitchy moment into an unforgettable performance, and what it all means for Carrie's career going forward. Carrie Underwood's performance at the inauguration was billed as a once-in-a-lifetime moment, a chance to showcase her vocal prowess on one of the world's most prestigious stages. As the crowd settled in, there was an undeniable buzz in the air, an electric energy that only intensified when Carrie took the stage, ready to deliver one of the most iconic songs in American history, America the Beautiful. With millions of eyes on her, this was her moment to shine, and everyone in the audience knew it. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Not just a performance, but a symbol of patriotism, a moment of unity for a divided nation, and an opportunity for Carrie to show that she belonged among the highest echelons of music royalty. As her opening notes echoed through the venue, everything seemed set for a flawless rendition. The crowd was poised on the edge of their seats, waiting for her to blow them away with every note. What nobody expected, however, was the unseen threat lurking right around the corner, a glitch that would threaten to tear everything apart. But in that split second, something entirely unexpected was about to unfold. Pendant sank seconds. Carrie Underwood's appearance at the inauguration was no routine gig. This was a moment steeped in pomp, tradition, and political importance. An event broadcast to millions, where any slip-up would be amplified under the world's gaze. From the moment she arrived, there was a buzz in the air that suggested something big was about to happen. Cameras panned across a massive stage, and every corner of the venue seemed alive with anticipation. For Carrie herself, it was more than just another performance. It was an opportunity to prove yet again why she's regarded as one of country music's brightest stars. With her name on the program alongside influential political figures and other high-profile artists, the stakes felt monumental. Little did anyone know that what came next would push her to the brink, forcing her to tap into a level of skill and confidence that few artists ever get to showcase under such pressure. Just as the first notes of America the Beautiful filled the air, something went terribly wrong. The crisp sound of the intro music suddenly vanished, plunging the entire performance into silence. The crowd, once buzzing with excitement, now sat frozen in confusion, slowly realizing that Carrie's microphone was still live, but nothing was coming through the speakers. The technical glitch was undeniable, but rather than freezing in that terrifying moment of uncertainty, Carrie did something remarkable. With a calmness that seemed almost otherworldly, she took control, leaned into the microphone, and began singing a cappella, her raw, unassisted voice filling the void, as if to prove that no technical error, no disruption could derail her. It was a bold move that only someone with complete conviction in their talent could execute, yet Carrie made it look effortless. The audience, taken aback at first, quickly began to rally around her, their voices joining in as the impromptu sing-along transformed the performance into something truly special. What had started as an awkward glitch quickly turned into a visceral shared experience, where the true magic of live performance shone brighter than any backing track ever could. Pendant sept seconds. Just as the opening notes of America the Beautiful filled the air, a momentary hush swept across the crowd, pure anticipation for Carrie's first lyric. Then, out of nowhere, the sound system went dead. No backing track, no instrumental cues, just a stark, disorienting hush that seemed to stretch on longer than any performer would ever want. The audience froze froze, unsure if this was part of an intentional buildup or a grave technical error. In that split second, you could almost feel the collective breath being held, waiting to see if Carrie would freeze or falter. Yet instead of stepping back in panic, Carrie leaned into the moment. She locked eyes with the crowd and quickly realized her microphone was still live, even if the instruments had vanished. In a split-second decision, she began singing a cappella, her voice cutting through the silence with bold clarity. It was as if every bit of stage presence she'd ever cultivated surged forward to meet the challenge. Each note sounded more powerful than the last, and before long, the audience caught her energy and sang along. What began as a technical fluke suddenly transformed into an intimate, unplanned collaboration between Carrie and her fans, a raw, unfiltered tribute to the music itself. This sudden shift from elaborate orchestration to a lone human voice magnified the emotional weight of the song. The earlier suspense gave way to rousing applause, with people on site and online hailing her quick thinking. For a moment, it didn't matter that the glitch threatened to derail a high-profile performance. Instead, it became the catalyst for a truly mesmerizing display of artistry, and just when everyone thought the drama might be over, this surprising twist would go on to spark a wave of headlines nobody saw coming. The moment the audio malfunction hit, the internet erupted. Almost instantly, clips of Carrie Underwood's a cappella performance flooded social media, each video immortalizing her quick thinking and vocal prowess in the face of an obstacle that would have sent many performers crashing. Fans were quick to praise her composure, marveling at how she turned a potential disaster into a powerful testament to her talent. Comment sections exploded with excitement as people from all corners of the internet dropped their reactions. Some were in awe, others were just plain impressed, yet a few couldn't resist speculating on the nature of the glitch itself. Was it really just a technical failure, or was there something more to the story? As the visual evidence spread like wildfire, conspiracy theories began to take root. Was it a calculated PR stunt to highlight Carrie's ability to improvise in front of millions? Was the glitch secretly planned to manufacture buzz? While no concrete proof was ever offered to confirm these suspicions, the whispers persisted, creating an entire subplot around the performance that kept the conversation going long after the event itself. Headlines from major entertainment outlets soon paired the video clips with discussions of how the glitch became a defining moment for Carrie, a statement that her star power was undeniable, even in a moment of chaos. Fans who initially shared clips of the performance now found themselves drawn in not just by Carrie's talent, but by the very mystery surrounding the glitch. Traditional media outlets jumped on the bandwagon too, analyzing fan theories and dissecting the event from every possible angle, ensuring that what initially seemed like a minor technical mishap would fuel online chatter for days to come. What started as a malfunction quickly became part of a viral moment, with social media mashing multiple theories into one chaotic, much-discussed storyline pendant 5 seconds. Almost immediately after the glitch, smartphone footage of Carrie's impromptu a cappella moment began popping up on every social platform imaginable. Clips went viral in record time, with viewers praising her poise under pressure and adding their own theories about what might have gone wrong. Some insisted it was a technical slip-up, pure and simple. Others speculated it was deliberately orchestrated to highlight her vocals. Conspiracy chatter ranged from event organizers staging a publicity stunt to shady political reasons behind the audio drop. All the while, Carrie's social media accounts overflowed with support. Fans applauded her ability to turn a looming fiasco into a stirring showcase of raw talent. Comment sections lit up with reactions from casual observers, industry insiders, and even vocal coaches, all weighing in on how well she navigated a crisis. Major entertainment outlets ran headlines like "Carrie Underwood's glitch goes viral" and "How a silent moment made the loudest noise." The consensus was clear. People couldn't get enough of this unpolished moment of realness, but the story was about to take an even more unexpected turn. While most fans were busy re-watching Carrie's performance, another figure stepped into the spotlight, one whose name no one expected to see tangled in this tale. In a plot twist nobody anticipated, Hollywood actor and director Mel Gibson, long known for both iconic films like Braveheart and The Passion of the Christ, and for more contentious moments in his personal life, emerged as an unlikely cheerleader leader in Carrie's corner. While scrolling through social media chatter, fans noticed an unexpected comment. According to Carrie herself, Gibson reached out privately to commend her for pushing through such a nerve-wracking technical mishap. His words were brief but sincere, a genuine note of admiration for her ability to adapt on the fly. Needless to say, the revelation sent shockwaves through the fan base. Gibson is rarely associated with the world of country music, let alone vocal performances at politically charged events. Some wondered if the actor was trying to rebuild his public image by aligning himself with Carrie's shining moment, while others saw it as a simple human gesture from a veteran of Hollywood's own high-pressure spotlight. Regardless, his praise instantly became one of the most unexpected angles of the entire saga, one that would prompt fresh debates about celebrity dynamics and the power of a single supportive message. Political events seldom come without strings attached, and Carrie Underwood's performance was no exception. The moment she set foot on that inaugural stage, she became part of a larger conversation, a tension-filled arena where public figures, partisan views, and celebrity culture all collide. Some fans saw her willingness to perform at this event as a patriotic gesture, praising her for using her powerhouse voice to honor national traditions. Others questioned the wisdom of aligning her brand with a political ceremony, suggesting it was risky for an entertainer who typically stands apart from partisan divides. This tension only intensified when the audio malfunction struck and turned her big moment into a swirl of speculation. In the days following the performance, chatter exploded online, fueled by everything from passionate fandom to outright conspiracy theories. One rumor hinted that the mishap was orchestrated by event organizers looking for sensational headlines. After all, there's no denying that a Carrie Underwood saves the day story sells. Another, more cynical take was that rivals within the industry or even political operatives had found a subtle way to sabotage her, using the simplest of technical failures to embarrass a star in front of a global audience. These theories, while unproven, caught fire on social media, with commenters pitting their own beliefs against one another in long threads of heated debate. Some who leaned toward conspiracy pointed out that the glitch just happened to occur during a particularly symbolic moment, right as Carrie sang a classic American anthem. They argued it was a deliberate move to either test her devotion to the event's cause or to highlight the precarious relationship between celebrities and political ceremonies. Another faction believed the entire thing was a stroke of sheer misfortune, one that Carrie capitalized on magnificently. Their evidence: she kept singing without missing a single note, and the audience quickly followed her lead. Would she have been that calm and ready if it were all part of a scripted stunt? Meanwhile, the political aspect loomed large. In a climate already charged with hyper-partisanship, every move Carrie made, right down to how she used her microphone, was ripe for interpretation. People scrutinized her social media history to see if she'd shown any strong affiliations or prior statements. Some fans argued she'd always appeared diplomatically neutral, performing for audiences across the political spectrum as long as the setting fit her values. Others pointed out that stepping onto an inaugural stage, no matter who was being sworn in, can be taken as an endorsement of that administration's views. The result was an echo chamber of conflicting opinions, with some voices hailing her as a unifying figure and others insisting she just wandered into a political minefield. Then, of course, came Mel Gibson's involvement, a plot twist that added yet another complicated dimension. By praising her graceful recovery, he inadvertently fanned the flames of debate about motives. Did his show of support signal a shared stance or worldview? Was he aligning himself with her performance to cleanse his own image, or was he simply acknowledging her courage in a moment of crisis? Fans quickly drew parallels between her unexpected predicament and his tumultuous public history. Some saw it as proof that he relates to being under a harsh spotlight, albeit for very different reasons. Others believed he might be using this chance to step back into the media in a more positive context, hoping to recast himself as someone who respects true talent, no matter the stage or situation. Complicating matters further, Carrie's decision to address Gibson's praise on social media took the conversation beyond pure hearsay. By confirming his supportive message and expressing gratitude for it, she fueled another round of speculation. Was she genuinely surprised by his shout-out, or was she subtly endorsing his comeback into public favor? Whichever way you slice it, Carrie's brief online exchange with Gibson became yet another hot-button detail that threads together celebrity, politics, and the power of public image. All these twists and turns left the public reeling. On one side, loyal fans insisted that Carrie had navigated a sticky situation with elegance and earned her moment of viral glory. On the other, skeptics insisted there was more to the story, a layer of orchestrated drama meant to make an indelible imprint on the collective conscience. Even the simplest explanation that accidents happen and Carrie just happened to handle this one brilliantly wasn't enough to quell the fervor. In an era where every high-profile performance can be dissected from a dozen angles, the line between real mishap and calculated drama becomes hopelessly blurred. What remains unambiguous is the emotional charge behind Carrie's split-second decision to go a cappella and the ripple effect it created. That raw display of vocal prowess and the spontaneous call and response from the crowd felt genuine to many, an unrepeatable moment of community spirit that transcended politics. Yet the reality that it happened in such a politicized space guaranteed that the performance would be scrutinized far beyond pure musical merit. As the controversy continues to brew, both Carrie and her supporters find themselves defending the event as a stroke of authenticity rather than a carefully planned spectacle. All the while, the industry at large watches with fascination. Some fellow artists applaud Carrie's resilience, privately marveling at how she maintained her composure under national scrutiny. Others worry that her involvement in such a polarizing environment and the subsequent meltdown of technical equipment could spell unnecessary drama for her ongoing projects. Yet Carrie, for her part, hasn't shown any signs of regret. She stood tall in the face of adversity, took a leap of faith by singing solo, and garnered an outpouring of public affection. Whatever political friction simmers behind the scenes, the evidence of her vocal skill and stage presence is right there, documented in countless viral videos. In the end, Carrie's inauguration experience, and the conspiracies, backlash, and unexpected alliances swirling around it, underscores one evergreen fact. Whenever entertainment crosses paths with politics, sparks are bound to fly. Add in the mercurial presence of someone like Mel Gibson, and you've got a recipe for a headline-grabbing phenomenon. At a time when everyone wants a piece of the next big story, this performance-turned scandal continues to offer fresh angles and new questions. And if there's one certainty in this unpredictable saga, it's that Carrie's fortitude under pressure has only heightened the world's fascination with her every move, making her an artist who not only survives the glare of political theater, but somehow shines even brighter because of it. For Carrie Underwood, the fallout from this glitch turned out to be far more blessing than curse. In the immediate wake of her viral moment, industry experts and casual listeners alike chimed in to praise her genuine display of talent. It was one thing to sing a cappella on a small stage, but quite another to do so under the glare of an inauguration broadcast. With many viewers originally tuning in for the political proceedings, Carrie's authenticity stole the spotlight, drawing new fans who admitted they'd never paid much attention to country music before. Suddenly, her name rocketed to the top of trending lists, and major outlets clamored for interviews. The result? A surge in social media followers, increased streams of her discography, and a bump in ticket sales for her next tour. More important than the metrics, however, was the sense that Carrie's artistry had been validated on an enormous stage. She wasn't just another big-name act, she was a performer who could handle real-world mishaps with composure and heart. Beyond the immediate numbers, the incident seemed to crystallize her reputation in a way years of polished performances couldn't. Carrie had long been respected for her vocal range and down-to-earth persona, but this moment added a layer of grit and fearlessness that struck a chord with millions. Compared to some of her past challenges, injuries, breakneck touring schedules, and the relentless swirl of celebrity gossip, this public trial by fire felt both daunting and exhilarating. Music insiders started whispering that her next album might reflect an even bolder creative direction, bolstered by newfound confidence. The buzz also spurred various collaborators to reach out, hoping to capture that raw energy in future projects. Whether the glitch was purely accidental, or the catalyst for Carrie to remind the world why she's a top-tier vocalist, the outcome was undeniable. She stepped off that stage with her star power not just intact, but shining brighter than ever. In the aftermath, the consequences of Carrie Underwood's performance extended far beyond a career boost. What began as a technical glitch had become a symbol of resilience, a narrative shared by fans, industry professionals, and even those who didn't initially resonate with her music. That raw moment where Carrie faced the unexpected and spun it into an impromptu triumph not only showcased her talents, it showed a depth of character that transcended the microphone. But beyond just her own journey, this event highlighted the unspoken power of unexpected connections within the world of public figures. Here, Carrie's sheer authenticity in the midst of a crisis opened doors to a new web of alliances across industries. Most notably, Mel Gibson's support shed new light on what a supportive celebrity gesture can mean when targeted at the right moment. Though their careers could hardly be more different, both are figures who face their own struggles with public perception. Mel, with his tumultuous past, found in Carrie's performance a moment of redemption that some might argue speaks to a kind of solidarity among people in the public eye. Both had experienced moments when the pressure, scrutiny, and controversy went beyond what any typical person could ever withstand. This shared understanding between them, though subtly expressed, speaks to broader social and professional dynamics that often get overlooked. In a climate where every move a high-profile individual makes is scrutinized and dissected, there's something to be said for how public figures lean on one another, whether intentionally or by happenstance, to regain footing after a fall. Carrie, for all of her overwhelming success and positivity, can now see her impact as one that resonates on multiple levels, one that shows her peers what it means to truly perform, what it means to carry an audience, and what it means to rise when no one expects it. In the same vein, Mel's apparent gesture of simple admiration goes beyond the performance itself. It hints at a shift in perspective and understanding that crosses boundaries, experiences, and past narratives. What's more, this incident exemplifies the broader truth of celebrity culture itself, the unbridled power of connection and perception. Much like in the world of art, where the outcome of a single piece can define an artist's legacy, one moment can define the trajectory of a career. And Carrie's resolve in that moment, her embrace of sheer vulnerability, turning pressure into performance, stands as a much more enduring achievement than any viral clip could show. But Mel Gibson's involvement, though surprising, challenges us to ask how much of our fascination with such moments is shaped by the unexpected alliances that form, their deeper implications hidden below the surface. It raises questions about motivations we'll likely never fully understand, and connections that shape public narratives in mysterious, often unseen ways. In the end, what started as a single artist on stage turned into a global conversation about legacy, resilience, unexpected connections, and yes, a little luck. Each twist, from the audio glitch to Mel's support, has left an indelible mark on a larger story in which Carrie and Mel both have their parts, and the final chapter is still unfolding. Pendant Cs Secundes. For many observers, the most intriguing part of this entire saga isn't just the glitch or even Carrie Underwood's masterful recovery. It's the way an unexpected figure like Mel Gibson became entwined in her story. At first glance, these two seem to exist on completely different planes. Carrie, the wholesome country superstar with a track record of heartfelt performances and relatably down-to-earth charm. Mel, the Hollywood titan whose fame is marked by both critically acclaimed films and a string of very public controversies. But if there's one thing that unites artists from any medium, it's the pressure of performing under intense scrutiny. Both Carrie and Mel know what it's like to stand in front of a massive audience, be it fans in a concert arena or viewers watching a big-budget film debut, and feel the weight of a moment that could change their careers forever. The fact that Gibson, so often seen as an industry wildcard, chose to speak up for Carrie's handling of this high-stakes mishap reveals a fascinating intersection of celebrity, reputation, and genuine respect for raw talent. Digging deeper, this connection highlights a broader truth about the entertainment world. Even the biggest stars sometimes find themselves grappling with situations beyond their control. In Carrie's case, it was a sudden silence during a live national broadcast. For Mel, it's been a roller coaster of ups and downs that consistently put his personal and professional life on trial in the court of public opinion. Both scenarios hinge on the spotlight's unforgiving glare. One slip, one poorly timed moment, and a career can be overshadowed by a single headline-grabbing event. Perhaps that shared vulnerability is what prompted Mel to extend his commendation. By commending her quick thinking, he inadvertently reminded people that, beneath the glitz, every entertainer faces moments of sheer chaos that test their resolve. It's an angle that resonates with fans and critics alike, as they debate whether the nature of celebrity itself fosters these moments of unlikely camaraderie. From a cultural standpoint, Carrie's glitch-turned triumph and Mel's endorsement underscore how quickly modern audiences latch onto genuine moments. moments. In an era often defined by curated social media posts and meticulously managed public images, raw authenticity draws an especially strong reaction. Carrie's Acapella rescue demonstrated she could thrive under pressure in a totally unscripted way, proving her artistry wasn't reliant on high-tech production. Mel's supportive nod, while simple, carried weight because it came from someone who has felt the full force of public scrutiny. The synergy of these two narratives, Carrie's demonstration of resilience and Mel's history of being both revered and criticized, paints a picture of the entertainment industry as a place where redemption and celebration can coexist. Fans see that no matter how famous you are, challenges can still blindside you, and empathy can arrive from the unlikeliest sources. Of course, the ripple effects extend beyond mere headlines. Entertainment insiders are already discussing the long-term implications for both stars. For Carrie, having someone like Mel Gibson commend her may open up cross-genre collaborations or further amplify her name among audiences who wouldn't typically follow country music. Meanwhile, Mel's gesture sparks debates about whether he's taking a step toward a softer public image or simply making a passing comment that aligns with his own respect for live performance. The industry thrives on these moments of speculation. Executives watch them to gauge fan interest. Other celebrities see them and wonder if such alliances might benefit their own careers. In some cases, a single tweet or comment can reignite a dimming spotlight, breathe new life into a stagnant narrative, or conversely, raise eyebrows among those convinced a hidden PR strategy is at play. Even more fascinating is how the internet has latched onto this intersection of high drama and unlikely solidarity. Entire threads dissect possible hidden meanings in Gibson's support. Some fans cling to the notion that he recognized a kindred spirit in Carrie, a performer forced to improvise in a nerve-wracking scenario. Others see an opportunity for him to shift his public persona by associating himself with Carrie's squeaky clean image. Whichever angle rings true, the bigger takeaway is that viewers are actively looking for signs of sincerity in a world of orchestrated publicity stunts. Carrie's one-of-a-kind moment of vulnerability met with immediate digital praise, and Mel's unsolicited shout-out felt oddly human in an industry often perceived as calculating. It's a vivid reminder that spontaneity, whether caused by a broken sound system or an unexpected endorsement, remains one of the most captivating forces in modern entertainment. Interestingly, the same sense of real-time engagement that catapulted this story to virality can also shift the conversation in unpredictable ways. One comment from a major star leads to a cascade of fan theories, which in turn sparks fresh articles and video commentaries, all feeding back into Carrie's and Mel's public image. For Carrie, that newfound wave of visibility only reinforces her standing as a performer who doesn't just talk about her vocal prowess, but proves it when stakes are highest. For Mel, it presents a chance, however fleeting, to be seen in a more positive light. No matter how fans interpret his motives, he's now part of a feel-good storyline that celebrates artistic resilience. The two celebrities didn't plan to intersect in this way, and yet their brief overlap has generated an avalanche of discussions, some of which could linger long after the next news cycle arrives. Looking at the bigger picture, the entire episode hints at a much larger conversation about the cost and reward of performing live on a massive stage. So many artists rely on carefully choreographed sets, pre-recorded tracks, and backup contingencies to ensure perfection. Carrie's experience and the subsequent swirl of controversy shows that sometimes an unplanned moment can do more for an artist's legacy than countless flawless routines. It speaks to a hunger for authenticity that goes beyond polished albums and glossy press releases. When real life intrudes on the production, turning a potential catastrophe into a triumph, people remember it. Add to that Mel Gibson's nod, and you get a rare instance of two distinct celebrity universes colliding in a way that underscores the unpredictability and excitement of true live performance. As the chatter continues, fans are left to ponder how this moment might influence both Carrie's and Mel's trajectories. Will their surprise link inspire more open-minded fans to explore unfamiliar genres, deeper topics, or other stars they'd previously dismissed? Could it pave the way for unexpected collaborations, maybe even bridging music and film in new ways? Or will the entire episode remain a curious footnote that simply underscores the power of quick thinking and a friendly nudge from an unexpected source? Ultimately, the story isn't just about a microphone glitch or a headline-making endorsement. It's about how split-second events can reshape public perception, forge improbable bonds, and remind us all that live unscripted talent still holds an undeniable magic in a world that rarely leaves much room for surprise. In the end, what started as a glitch in front of an uncomfortably large audience ended up spotlighting two very different celebrities in a moment of genuine connection. Carrie Underwood's composure and vocal artistry not only salvaged an inauguration performance that could have unraveled, but also reminded everyone watching that true talent can thrive without the usual bells and whistles. She didn't just maintain her reputation, she heightened it, demonstrating that sometimes vulnerability and a willingness to improvise can resonate far more deeply than a flawlessly rehearsed show. Mel Gibson's unexpected cameo in this story added yet another layer of intrigue, revealing how unpredictable and intertwined the public lives of entertainers can be. It's a reminder that words of support can come from the most unlikely figures, and that these moments of camaraderie can shift narratives in unexpected directions. Whether the audio failure was an honest accident or something more calculated, one thing stands out above the chatter. Carrie's willingness to keep singing, no matter the circumstances, struck a chord that resonated with millions. Where it goes from here is anyone's guess. Will this brush with Mel Gibson reshape people's perceptions of both stars? Could it hint at fresh collaborations or strengthen Carrie's standing as a performer who thrives under pressure? The possibilities are open-ended, but one lesson is clear. A split-second stumble can lead to an unforgettable triumph when raw talent and genuine human connection take center stage.